Hello everyone, welcome to another video session class. So today we will continue about the antitubercular drugs. So next drug we will study pyrazinamide. Okay, pyrazinamide. Okay, so in this one we will study about its structure, then name, this naming, IPC naming, then properties, uses, and some preparations and grants. Okay, so let us do the structure of this pyrazinamide first. So this is the structure. Read very carefully. Okay, so this is the structure of the compound pyrazinamide, and it is an anti-tubercular drug. Okay, that is used for tuberculosis. So I am naming this structure. So this structure is pyrazine. Okay, this one is pyrazine without NH2. So I am writing the name pyrazine 2-carboxamide. Okay, so this is the name of this compound, pyrazine 2-carboxamide. So why this? See, this one is the pyrazine structure. Then numbering, you start from any from this one nitrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so in the 2 position what group is there? Carboxamide. So because this is amine group and this is carboxylic acid, CO, that is carboxamide. Okay, so the name of this compound is pyrazine 2-carboxamide. Okay, so this is the structure and name. So next we will study about properties. Okay, so properties of this compound pyrazinamide. So first property, that is it is odorless. It is odorless. Then we can say it is white crystal or crystalline powder. Okay, white crystal. Okay, so next we will see about its melting point, that is at what temperature it melts. So its melting point, it is in ranges from 189 degrees Celsius to 191 degrees Celsius. So this one is its melting point. That means it melts at that range of temperature. Okay, so next we will see the properties, that is the solubility. Okay, so about the solubility profile, that is at what solvent it dissolves simply. Okay, so you have to remember the pyrazinamide is insoluble in water and ether. Okay, so you have to remember pyrazinamide is insoluble in water and ether. Then it is slightly soluble in alcohol and chloroform. So it is slightly soluble in alcohol and chloroform. Okay, so this is about the solubility of this compound pyrazinamide. Okay, so next uses. Okay, next is uses. So it is used as anti-tubercular drug. Okay, that means it is mainly used for tuberculosis. Okay, so you have to remember it is used for tuberculosis. Okay, it is used for tuberculosis. So next we will see some preparation. There is officially what are the formulations of this pyrazinamide is available. So preparations or formulations, okay, or formulation. So pyrazinamide BP IP as a pure form as per British Pharmacopoeia and Indian Pharmacopoeia. It is available. Next, pyrazinamide tablets. So it is available as per IP, then BP, that is British Pharmacopoeia, and also USP, that is United States Pharmacopoeia. Okay, so these are the formulations. So next we will see what. So these are the formulations or preparation. This pyrazinamide is a pure form BPIP, that is British Pharmacopoeia, Indian Pharmacopoeia. Then pyrazinamide tablets, IP, BP, and USP, that is United States Pharmacopoeia. So next we will see about the brands. Okay. So what are the available brands? So available brands. Some brand I will give, and rest you have to study from internet or the book. Okay. So brands, that is the drug containing formulations available in the market or doses that are available in the market. So brands: Pyraldine, okay, Pyraldine, then Pyrafet. So these are the brands which are containing this pyrazinamide. Okay, then zinamide, and I am putting etc. because many brands are there. You have to study from the book. Okay, so this is about, and storage. You remember storage conditions. Storage conditions. So we have to keep this one. Keep the drug in a well closed container. Okay, so this is the storage condition of this pyrazinamide. Okay, so this is all about pyrazinamide. So I hope you have understood. So next antitubercular drugs we will study, that is ethambutol. Okay, ethambutol. So ethambutol, I am drawing the structure. Just see it very carefully. So CH3, so this is the structure of ethambutol. Okay, so I will name the structure. Okay, so this one hydroxy methyl propyl. So this 1-hydroxy methyl propyl ethylene diamine. Okay, so this 1-hydroxy methyl propyl ethylene diamine. So this is the name of this compound, ethambutol. Okay, so why this means to 1-hydroxy methyl propyl means 1-hydroxy methyl. So this one 1-hydroxy methyl, that is 1 carbon methyl OH, that is hydroxy. So 1-hydroxy methyl, then propyl 3 carbon. Okay, 1 2 3. So propyl, then ethylene diamine. So this is the part ethylene diamine. So this is the name of this compound. So next directly we will go to properties. So properties, okay, properties, it is quite in color. It is crystalline powder. Then it is odorless. Okay, so it is white in color, it is crystalline powder, then it is odorless. Then next it is its melting point. Okay, so melting point ranges from 87 degrees Celsius to 89 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this one is its melting point. Okay, ranges from 87 to 89 degrees Celsius. So next we'll see about solubility. Okay, solubility profile of this ethambutol. It is soluble in water and alcohol. Okay, so it is soluble in water and alcohol. Okay, then it is slightly soluble in chloroform. Okay, so it is soluble in water and alcohol. It is slightly soluble in chloroform. Then it is insoluble in ether. Okay, insoluble in ether. Okay, so this is about the solubility of this ethambutol. It is insoluble in ether, then soluble in water, alcohol, and slightly soluble in chloroform. So this is about the solubility of this compound, that is ethambutol. After solubility, then directly go to the uses. Okay, so what are the uses of this compound? It is used for pulmonary and extrapulmonary tuberculosis. Okay, so you remember extrapulmonary tuberculosis. So you remember it is used in pulmonary and extrapulmonary tuberculosis, and sometimes if other drugs are not active, then this drug is used. Okay, so this is the use or uses. Next, after uses, we'll see the official preparation or formulation. So what are the preparation or formulation are there for this drug or formulations? So you remember this is available in the hydrochloride salt form. Okay, so ethambutol hydrochloride, that is HCl hydrochloride, BP, then IP. Okay, then ethambutol tablets BP, then IP as per British Pharmacopoeia and Indian Pharmacopoeia. Okay, next I am writing about ethambutol hydrochloride, okay, USP. Okay, tablet USP. So as per hydrochloride tablet, as per USP is also there. So these are the preparation or formulations. Next we will see the brands. Okay, what are the brands that are containing ethambutol? Okay, so what are the brands that are containing ethambutol? Okay, so brands I will give some and you have to study from the book rest. Okay, it's available in the internet or in the book also you can find. Tubutol, then etambol, okay, then ubutol, EBUTOL. Then I am writing etc. because some other brands are there, lots of brands are there which are containing this drug, that is ethambutol. Okay, so this is about the compound ethambutol. Then storage condition. Okay, so storage conditions keep the drug or the ethambutol in well closed airtight container. Okay, so this is all about the compound ethambutol. I hope you have understood this one. So next drug we will study is cycloserine. Okay, cycloserine. So it is also another anti-tubercular drug. Okay, so let us see its property. What are its properties? So it is white to pale yellow. It's white to pale yellow in color. Okay, in color. So it is white to pale yellow in color. It is hygroscopic in nature. It is hygroscopic in nature. It is crystalline powder. Okay, crystalline powder. So what is hygroscopic in nature means? It absorbs moisture from atmosphere. Okay, so this is the hygroscopicity. Okay, it absorbs moisture from the atmosphere. It is white to pale yellow in color. It is hygroscopic in nature, and it is crystalline powder in crystalline powder form. Then its melting point. Okay, so its melting point ranges from 155 degrees Celsius to 156 degrees Celsius. So this one is its melting point range. Okay, then we will see about the solubility. Okay, solubility. So it is soluble in water. Okay, remember, and aqueous solution of this one, aqueous solution, this solution with water solution has a pH of 6. Okay, so aqueous solution has a pH of 6. Okay, and it is soluble in water. Then you remember this cycloserine it forms stable salts with strong acids and bases. That is, with strong acid and strong base it forms stable salt, but with neutral solution it is unstable. So with neutral solution or in neutral solution it is unstable. Okay, and whereas it forms stable salts with strong acid and strong bases. One more thing I left, that is, it is obtained from strains of Streptomyces. Okay, Streptomyces bacteria. So Streptomyces orchidaceae, then Streptomyces lavandulae. So these are the strains where from this cycloserine is obtained. Okay, so next you remember racemic mixture of this drug is more active than D and L form. Okay, D and L forms of isomers. So you have to remember that cycloserine, racemic mixture of this cycloserine is more active than D and L forms of its isomer. Okay, so these are the properties. So next, uses. So it is used as secondary antitubercular drug. Okay, so when there is resistance against primary antitubercular drug, then this drug is used along with primary drugs. Okay, primary antitubercular drugs. So you have to remember, whenever there is this drug is cycloserine is a secondary antitubercular drug, and it is used along with other primary antitubercular drugs when there is some resistance against other primary antitubercular drugs. Then it is also used for urinary tract infections. Okay, that is UTIs, urinary tract infection. Okay, so these are the uses. Next we will see some formulation or preparations. Or formulations. So what are the official formulations available for this cycloserine drug? Okay, so cycloserine BP, this is as per British Pharmacopoeia standard drug. Then cycloserine capsule as per BP. Okay, then I am writing here cycloserine tablets as per BP and USP, United States Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia and United States Pharmacopoeia. So these are the formulations or preparations of cycloserine. Next we will see the brands. So what are the available brands? We will see. So some brand I will give, and rest you have to study from your book or from internet. Clocina, then Formi, Serena. Okay, then Formycin, etc. So these are the brands. Okay, why I have written etc? Because many other formulations or brands are there which are containing cycloserine is there. So you have to study from books as well as from internet. Okay, so this is about the brands. So next we'll see the storage conditions. Okay, so storage conditions. So as I already mentioned, the drug is having hygroscopic nature, so we have to keep the drug in a well closed container, airtight well closed container. So keep in a well closed airtight container. Okay, and the temperature condition is that the drug, okay, so keep in a well closed and airtight container, and drugs should be stored below 25 degree, stored at below 25 degrees Celsius temperature. So you cannot keep the cycloserine in a temperature where the temperature is exceeding 25 degree Celsius. Okay, so these are about the cycloserine and all the other drugs. Okay, so thank you. I hope you have understood. Okay.